I have taken here a half a pound of Hilsa. These are 4 belly pieces of Hilsa which is marinated with 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of salt, and along with this I have half a cup of beaten yogurt, 1 tablespoon of coriander seed powder, 3 green chilies, 1 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. And before cooking the fish pieces, I am going to make a spice paste. For that I have taken here about quarter cup of water and I am adding all these 4 dry spices to it. The reason of making a spice paste is to ensure that I am not burning the dry spices, because I am going to add it to very hot oil. So if you dilute it with some water, then you are eliminating the chance of getting your dry spices burnt. So after adding all these spices, I am going to give it a good mix and then I am going to keep it aside, and then the next step would be to cook the fish. But before cooking the fish, I will go through the ingredients that we need for layering the biryani. So this is well mixed now. And now I have all the ingredients for layering the biryani, and in which I have 1 teaspoon of rose water. You can substitute it with some kera water as well. Then 1 tablespoon of garam masala powder, and then I have, this is about 3 tablespoons of desi ghee or clarified butter, handful of fried onion and handful of freshly chopped coriander. And along with this I have half a cup of lukewarm whole milk. I am going to add in the ghee to it and then I will mix it. Now about coriander chopped and fried onion, this is up to your taste, you can add more or less. And now I am going to add the ghee and the garam masala to this warm milk. So goes in the garam masala. I have just saved a little so that I can sprinkle it while I am layering the biryani. Now goes the ghee. The reason of keeping this milk warm is to ensure that the ghee is getting melted and it's well mixed with the milk. This ingredient is very important. This is going to add a lot of flavor to your biryani. So this is well mixed now. Now to cook the fish pieces, I have heated here 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, and goes the marinated fish pieces. And I am going to fry these fish pieces on high heat for about a minute on each side. I am not going to cook the fish pieces through, because I am going to cook it through in the biryani itself when I am going to cook it on dum. So this is just to get a nice golden and brownish crust on top. So just about a minute on each side will do. You can see already it has got a little brownish. And be very gentle while flipping the fish, because this fish is very soft. And once both the sides get this nice golden and brownish crust, I'll be adding the masala paste to it. Yes, and then I'll add the yogurt, cook it through, and the next thing will be to add the fish and the yogurt sauce to the biryani and just layer it and cook. So these pieces are done, nice golden and brownish in color. Now to this I am adding the paste, the spice paste that I made. This is exactly the reason why I added water to the dry spices, because the oil is quite hot since I have been cooking it on high heat. And if I add the dry spices at this moment, definitely it's going to burn. So just to save the spices, add a little water and then you add it to the oil. And after adding the spice paste, I have reduced the heat to medium, because this spice paste has very little water. So if I cook it on high heat, it's going to burn. So I have brought the heat to medium and I'm going to cook it a little till the water evaporates and this masala gets a little fried up in oil. Now I'm going to just flip the fish. Very gently flip it. This masala is almost done. It's oozing out oil. This is a very simple dish. Yeah, so you can see it's quite fried up, the masala, no more moisture. Now to this I'm adding the yogurt, and don't worry about getting this yogurt curdled, because anyway I'm going to cook it further, and I'm going to cook till all the moisture evaporates and oil starts to ooze out, and this yogurt and this masala is getting well fried up in oil. Adding a little salt, just about half a teaspoon, since I have already marinated the fish with some salt. And it's once it's cooked, you can see the oil will separate from the masala, and this gravy is so very delicious. If you want, you can serve it as a curry itself. So flip it very gently. As you can see, this masala is ready. It's oozing out oil, quite thick. The next step is to make the layering for biryani. Before making biryani, this is the rice that I'm going to use for biryani. I have taken here 1 cup of raw basmati rice, long grain basmati rice, and then I added a little salt to it and I cooked it. And this is not completely done. It's like 60 to 70% done, and the remaining cooking will be done in the dum. So this rice is ready. Now to layer the biryani, I have added here 1 tablespoon of ghee and spread it really well. This ghee will give a lot of flavor to the dish. Now goes half of the quantity of the rice, and I'm going to spread it evenly. The remaining half will go on top, so just spread it well. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little garam masala on top. Now goes few pinches of garam masala. Now if you wish, you can substitute garam masala with some biryani masala as well. That will also give it a nice flavor. So after adding the garam masala goes a handful of chopped up coriander. And now I'm arranging the fish pieces along with the little masala. Yes, it looks so delicious. Now after adding fish goes few green chilies and the remaining half of the cooked rice. Now again few pinches of garam masala and the milk and a ghee mixture, ghee, milk and garam masala mixture, and again half a handful of chopped up coriander and few fried onion. This is up to your taste, you can add more or less. Now I'm just adding a dough all around this vessel so that I can cook it on dum. This is just plain flour and water. And after adding the dough, I'm going to put the lid on. Put it nice and tight so that no steam is escaping. Now after adding the lid, I'm going to cook it on dum for 10 minutes. But before that, I'm going to bring the heat to high and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll lower the heat and cook it for another 10 minutes on dum. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to switch off the heat and let it rest for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to open the lid. So in total it will be like 23 minutes. So after about 23 minutes, open the lid. Yes, it was quite tight. Now goes 1 teaspoon of rose water. So finally this biryani is ready to be served. You can see this rice is absolutely perfectly done, nice and fluffy. All the grains are intact, and some grains are quite yellowish and some are white. So this biryani looks absolutely wonderful and it tastes equally amazing. So I'm going to serve it now. Hilsa biryani is ready. You have the very fragrant and very fluffy rice, and then you have the very flavorful and soft hilsa pieces. Together, this makes this recipe absolutely divine. So definitely try this very delicious hilsa biryani recipe. and share your comments and your suggestions. We will meet next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye bye.